Appearances?
Yes. With the greatest respect to this Honorable Commission, KENRICH is my surname and JA my initials. I represent the petitioner.
I'll send somebody to give him.
Okay, give to the one of the parents.
With due respect, my lord, my names are of Uket. With me is Okbala Nkiru Joy for IB Babaita.
With the greatest respect to your Lordship and the Honorable Commissioners, I announce my appearance for the Commission. With me is Mr. Emmanuel Akaka.
We haven't got the file. None of us has a file. No file.
My Lord, I'm very sorry. The registry was supposed to have distributed the file to the...
Is it a new case?
No, my Lord, it's not new.
Part hard.
No, it's for fresh hearing. I'm sorry.
It's a new case then?
Yes, my Lord. My Lord, kindly stand it down for a few minutes. The registrar has gone to fetch the files. I'm very sorry.
Oh, sorry. Can you give us a copy of what is happening so that at least... Have you got 2 copies?
I don't know how many. I have some substantial
As
number
many
of
as you
copies.
have.
Okay.
Yes? Swear him.
My Lord, I think this petition is being mentioned now for the first time, if I'm correct. And,
I hope Council is aware that we're only investigating gross human rights violations. Anything outside that, we'll strike out the petition.
My Lord, this petition is...
And it doesn't become human rights violation because you mentioned the word torture. All right, go on.
As the Commission pleases.
I, Mr. KENRICH, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this honorable commission shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Can you tell this Honorable Commission your name, address, and occupation?
My name is Mr. KENRICH. I squat with a friend at Madala in Niger State. I used to be the publisher of Congress newspaper. I have nothing doing now because of this, what happened to me. And that's why I'm here to redress the matter in this honorable court.
Okay. In respect of why you are here, can you remember filing a petition before this honorable commission?
Yes, my lord.
Now, if you see that petition, will you be able to recognize it?
Yes, my lord.
Now, take a look at this petition and see whether it's the one you filed.
Yes, my lord, it is.
My lord and honorable members of the commission who apply to tender him in evidence.
Exhibit 1.
As the commission pleases. And with the kind indulgence of this honorable commission, may I crave your indulgence to allow the petitioner read this petition out.
With respect, my lord, and the honorable members of this commission, the distinguished learned friends, may God Almighty bless you all. And may the strength and the wisdom of King Solomon in the Bible be showered unto you for a successful undertaking and achievement in this commission. My lord, the setting up of this commission to me remains a landmark achievement under this dispensation. My lord, no doubt the commission has afforded most of us who Nigerian would not have known the predicament
to read Exhibit 1.
that before them during those days.
Mr. KENRICH, just go direct to your petition. Directly to your petition and read it.
My lord, sir, petition against unlawful detention, torture, human rights abuse, vandalization of equipment, outright looting of properties, threat to life, and intimidation of staff of Congress newspapers by the late General Sani Abachas Presidential Task Force Group. My lord, my name as a petitioner is Mr. KENRICH. My lord, my submission titled as in above states as follows: that, number one, I am the publisher of high repute for 32 years in the United States of America. In Nigeria, I am the publisher of Congress newspaper. Presently, I'm doing nothing as a result of the above of my human rights. That is why I am now here before this honorable panel. My useful proceeds, both at home and the United States of America, were invested into this Congress Newspapers Corporation at Lagos. But the late General Abachas Presidential Group came in and deprived me of my means of livelihood by sealing up my newspaper house indefinitely, drove away all my Congress newspaper staff, and stole all money and properties belonging to the newspaper house, rendering me financially handicapped and jobless. Even to a large number of Congress staff totaling 1,500 persons for the 30 states of this country as at then. Number two, I established a newspaper house called Congress at number 6 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos, Nigeria. The newspaper came into operation from 1991 to 1994 when the late General Sani Abachas Presidential Task Force Group, PTFG, perpetrated havoc on the newspaper corporation and me. The organization offers large number of employment to many Nigerians and contributed immensely to the intellectual upliftment of the Nigerian society. The total number of Congress newspaper staff throughout the 30 states as of then was 1,500 persons. These people are now jobless and become wanderers and helpless up to date. Their means of living and I become tough. I cannot afford 1 square meal in a day. My house rent and my children's school fees I cannot afford. I am stranded, my lord, with 7 children. I am the only breadwinner for the family. Number 3, my lord, the Congress educate and promote the principle of fundamental human rights, as well as discourage through relentless appeal, such tendencies which invariably project negative image of this country to the outside world. Also, it served as a showcase and clearinghouse for the global promotion of new trends, whereby international development and this phase of human endeavors shall be presented to the Nigerian and international audience and vice versa. Number 4, my Lord, the publication did not at any time engage in undue criticism of the government of that time. We practice journalism by reporting events objectively. My Lord, in May 13, 1994, I became a victim of the Abachas evil machination made manifest by the following persons with current addresses hereby recorded, which has cost me a fortune and rendered me financially handicapped. Number A is Mr. A.K. Gazama. His present address is the Assistant Manager, UTB Bank of Nigeria PLC, Victoria and Lagos. Number B, Mr. I.B. Babaita, Superintendent of Police, care of Assistant Commissioner, B, Department Ops, Forces Quarter, IG's Office, Area 10, Gariki, Abuja. Number C, Dr. Lazarus Dukwa of Core Investment Company Limited. Number 56, Raymond Njoku Street, Ikoyi, Lagos. Number D, Lieutenant Colonel Mohammed Santaraki. He is of the General Sani Abachas Presidential Task Force and the head of that group, number 1, Ozumbambadiwe Street, Victoria Land, Lagos. Number C, Captain A. Adam, or it should be D. Adam, I'm sorry, of that same General Sani Abachas Presidential Task Force group of number 1, Ozumbambadiwe Street, Victoria Land, Lagos. My Lord, number 6, on that fateful day of the May 13, 1994, at about 10 a.m., these men who were identified as General Sani Abachas Presidential Task Force Group came into the Congress newspaper's premises and entered direct to my office. I was on my table writing report for the next publication. Colonel Mohammed Santaraki, Captain A. Adams pulled out their guns, while the others, the rest, were standing by for action. They said to me that my freedom for that moment was seized and that I was under arrest and detention. Number 7, my Lord, Congress editor, Mr. Gabriel Orok, came out to intervene, but the men scared him away with their gun. I asked them for what offense were they acting upon, but no answer came from them. Mr. I.B. Babaita and Captain Adams whipped me with cane and electric wire all over my body and kicked me with their boots. I did not resist arrest. Number 8, my Lord, that they searched my office and found 450,000 naira only in my office cupboard. The money was meant for that week's newspaper production. They took the money away. Number 9, my Lord, I was first taken to a Papa military intelligence office where I spent 3 weeks in detention cell with handcuffs and my legs chained. And a military officer whom I do not know his name, but I can identify if seen, was detailed to give me 6 strokes of cane every day. And I pumped tear gas into my cell daily for 3 weeks in cell without trial. Number 10, my Lord. After the 3 weeks, I was taken to number 1 Ozumbambadiwe Street, Victoria Land, Lagos. I was given U.S. bank draft issued in my name, KENRICH, totaling $1.5 million to sign, and to also sign a letter prepared by them with a lead C&C General Sani Abachas presidential letterhead for the clearance of the bank draft. Number 11, my Lord. I refused endorsing my signature and I asked Colonel Mohammed Santaraki and Captain D. Adams to explain how they came about my U.S. bank draft of $1.5 million that I was expecting. Captain Adams, Colonel Santaraki, and I.B. Babaita whipped and kicked me with their boots, and I also pumped tear gas into my eyes. My Lord, number 12, I was handcuffed and legs chained, and also taken to cell at FIIB Alagbon by the men, where I continued my detention and torture for 1 month. Number 13, the 5 named person above connived to sign illegally and stole my mails containing 1.5 million bank draft brought in from the United States by the United Postal Service and EMS, Lagos, which the money was meant for the expansion and the development of the Congress newspaper's office in Nigeria. Number 14, my Lord, during my 1 month detention at Alagbon FIIB cell, I was created on the floor because of the continued torture by the men and my wounded chain legs. When Captain Adams and Babaita visited me, I complained about my wounded legs, and they unchained only my legs. I was still with my handcuff, and that was to enable me to excrete in the toilet. Number 15, my Lord. I was able to send a note through one of the police officers at the Labong FIIB to the then Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mr. Achibong Kanga, that I was in cell in his station. Mr. Kanga quickly responded and requested that I be produced before him. The policeman on duty took me upstairs to him. Number 16, my Lord, I narrated my predicament to him, and he quickly sent for Colonel Santoraki and Captain Adam for my release. He confirmed that Colonel and Captain were taking laws into their hands. When Captain Adam and Colonel Santoraki responded to the DIG's invitation, the military men were cautioned verbally by the DIG, but they did not listen. Rather, they said that General Sani Abacha had signed my arrest and detention warrants, and that it was their duty to act on it. That the DIG, Mr. Achibong Kanga, could not do otherwise but to return me to them. The DIG, Mr. Kanga, is my witness in this matter. My Lord, number 17, that I was taken away immediately from Alagbong FIIB cell to by Captain Adam, Mr. Ibi Babaita and Colonel Mohammed Santoraki to number 1 Ozumbambadiwe Street, Victoria and Lagos. And at Colonel Santoraki's office, I was seriously dealt with as a result of the DIG's, Mr. Nkanga's intervention for my release. Number 18, my Lord, that I was given the bank draft and other relevant documents to endorse my name and signature, but I continued refusing to sign. I was taken to one of their office room where I was stripped naked by Captain Adams, Babaita, Mr. Emeka, and 4 others. I was asked to stretch my right hand and place my thumb on the floor, standing at a triangular form and turning around for several hours. That during the events, the 7 people who gathered me were with their cane, each of them, some with electric shocking machines and electric cables for whipping. Number 19, my Lord, when my legs and hand were unchained, the whipping operation continued as I ran around and around until the 7 people had to be satisfied with their whipping exercise. And at last, I fell down and could feel my hands and legs chained again. When I was still on the floor, the climax was the injection of stupefying substances on me by Captain Adam, Ibi Babaita, Emeka, and others. Number 20, my Lord, the men pumped in tear gas into the room. I became unconscious for 4 days. And after the 4th day, I saw myself at Marako Police Cell at Lagos, where some of the detainees praised God Almighty for my gaining consciousness. Number 21, my Lord, after my 4th day in Marako Police Cell, the detainees contributed money and sent for food for me. They also confirmed that I was unconscious for 4 days and that they had been ordered by the military officers to bury me on the 5th day. In my presence, my Lord, these men had killed about 6 people and buried. Number 22, my Lord, 5 days after gaining consciousness, Mr. Babaita, Emeka, and Captain Adams took me to Colonel Mohammed Santoraki's office. at number 1 Ozumbambadiwe Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. And the $1.5 million in bank draft were further given to me for signatures, which I refused signing. The man repeated tear gas and whipping on me. I was returned back to Morocco police cell. My Lord, number 23, at about 12 midnight at Morocco police cell, Colonel Mohammed Santraki, Captain Adams, Mr. Ivy Babaita, Mr. A.K. Gazama, and Dr. Lazarus Dokwa took me out of the cell. Other detainees in the cell were sleeping then. That there were 3 cars outside the police station that night, belonging to the men. I was forced by the men to enter one of the cars, which I did, and they drove along with me through Lekki Beach Road at Victoria Island, Lagos, and eventually ended up in a river. Number 24, my Lord. At the river, I was forced to come down and walk into the river. I came down, but refused to walk into the river. Captain Adam and Colonel Mohammed Santraki pulled out their guns and pointed at me and ordered me to walk into the river, and consequently counted 1, 2, and 3 in readiness to shoot the gun at me. After which Mr. A.K. Gazama and Lazarus Dokwa told him to hold on, but they further insisted that I should accept endorsing my signature on the U.S. bank draft. Furthermore, they said it was not only shooting me with gun, but that the crocodile in the water would eat my bones. I was still with my 2 legs chained and handcuffed. Number 25, my Lord. When I saw the seriousness of firing me into the water, into the river there, I told Colonel Santraki and Captain Adam that I would sign the U.S. bank draft to them in the morning. Their wicked operation in the river with me that night lasted for about 2 hours, after which I was taken back also with my legs chained and handcuffed to Morocco police cell. Number 26, my Lord. In the morning after the incident, I was taken to their office by Captain Adam, I.B. Babaita, Mr. Mecca, and other military officers, where I was given 24 strokes of cane on my naked body. And I became unconscious. On regaining consciousness, my Lord, I could not resist further their demand for me to sign out the draft of $1.5 million and other relevant documents to enable them in cash it, which they have succeeded in cashing $1,170,000, and $330,000 was returned to them unpaid. See copy of payment attached, mark Exhibit A. May I read the exhibit? The exhibit says Congress newspaper publication, Harding Boulevard, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 7807 USA, December 12, 1994, from Mr. Louis Poche, Congress newspaper and magazine USA, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Dear Rich, a preliminary audit of your budget, of your project budget, $1.5 million US, sent to you in diverse bank draft as itemized, has shown payments of $1,170,000 US. The draft numbers and amount and remark. The numbers, like number 1 is S number 2019 that valid for $830,000 was paid to the man. The second one was S number 2023 valid for $340,000 was paid to me.